Pirelli boss Mario Azzola says initial investigations by F1's tyre supplier suggest debris may have caused the tyre failures on Max Verstappen and Lance Stroll's cars that sent both drivers crashing out the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, but Azzola says a full analysis on the failed tyres will take place at Pirelli's base in Italy in the coming week before they know for certain what happened. He also revealed that they discovered a cut on Lewis Hamilton's left rear tyre from the same stint as the two accidents. Speaking on Sky Germany after the Baku race, Azzola said it's a bit early to understand what happened to the tyres. We were waiting for the tyres back to the fitting areas to analyse them, but we probably need to air freight them to Milan, which is Pirelli's HQ, for a complete analysis. First investigations suggest debris before the rear left is not the most stressed tyre on the circuit. It's the rear right. If we talk about wear, it's the front right. So it's in a special position that doesn't suggest anything special on the tyres. The other point is that we found another cut on a rear left tyre from another car that luckily didn't cut the construction. It was a rear left from Lewis that was a clearly cut from debris. The other point is that obviously both failures happened more or less in the same part of the circuit. Max was a few hundred metres after the crash of Lance. Maybe there was some debris, but I don't know. All we want to say is it's debris because first of all we need to analyse the tyre. I'm collecting info. We are waiting for the telemetry data from the teams. It was sudden, that was clear, but if you have a big car on tyre, it is sudden. However, he said analysis of other sets of hard tyres completed long since showed there were not widespread wear problems with the compound. When something like this happens, we need to collect information to understand what happened, he added. What I can tell you is that we have several sets of hard tyres which have completed more than 30 laps, and we're checking in the fitting area and didn't find any issues. It's not something that I can tell you all that problems. No, absolutely not like that. So we had two rear tyres, rear left, same position, same point in the circuit that failed. We need to understand why. Heading towards the championship leading extending victory as he prepared to enter the final 5 laps, Verstappen said he had no warning before his tyre suddenly deflated and sent his car out at 200 miles an hour. I didn't feel anything until the right moment, right at the last moment, and it suddenly went right, said Max. The tyre just blew out and the rim, and it's not a nice impact to have. It's quite a dangerous place to have your tyre blow out at that speed, but luckily all is fine with me. The car not so much, but up until then I think we had a very strong races. I was basically matching the lap times I had to, and we were fully in control. I found it of course very disappointing what happened. We lost out on a lot of points. We could have opened up that gap in the championship as well, so to have this happening, especially so close to the end, is very frustrating. Christian Horner said we were starting down the barrels of our first 1-2 since 2016. Everything was in control. Gianpiero Lambiase, who was Max Verstappen's race engineer, had just checked in with Max, all okay, and then boom, the tyre went. We don't know why. It looked like it was all good, in good shape, so whether debris, something happened. We imagined the tyre pretty well. You could see it seriously deflated. Whatever it was, debris from the jump earlier, you just don't know. Let's get the tyre back and look at it fully. Obviously the feeling at that point was like the world just dropped from underneath us. As it unexpectedly turned out, Verstappen left the Baku still ahead of the championships. Title rival Lewis Hamilton had run third behind Perez before Verstappen's actions appeared to take back the points he lost in Monaco, but Hamilton surprisingly scored no points either after a disastrous turn 1 when the race restarted from the grid. The Mercedes driver running straight and plummeting down the order. At the time, Verstappen was having a mandatory post-accident check-over in the circuit's medical centre. Asked when he found out about Hamilton's troubles, he said, "When I was laying on the bed, they were checking on my blood pressure and suddenly my phone was vibrating a lot. I said, 'What's going on?' because I could hear the other cars. Then I was done and I was allowed to leave, and I saw on my phone that Hamilton had a problem into turn 1. My blood pressure, even with those text messages, was absolutely fine," jokes Verstappen. But yeah, finally my thoughts on it. It does seem very suspicious that Pirelli just blamed 2 incidents on debris. Or I just don't know whether debris for Stroll's accident would have come for. It does seem very suspicious. I personally do think there was something more to it than debris, but I could be totally wrong. So you never know, but it just does seem a bit suspicious, and I do think they have maybe underestimated the use of the hard tyres. To be honest, I always did think with the long straights, fast corners at Baku, going for the softest possible compounds, that's the C5, C4, C3, it did seem a bit optimistic, and so it proved. Realistically, having the same tyres as Monaco just shouldn't really be the case on a track like Baku. I do think they did go a bit aggressive here this time, and it has happened quite a bit recently. I think back to Silverstone and Imola last year with Verstappen's tyre blowout. So yeah, it kind of is becoming a regular theme, and I do think the blame on this one has to be laid on Pirelli. However, if proven wrong, I will happily admit I'm wrong. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link is rich below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!